Cuff him. He has no right to be here. That's how it started, those exact words, sharp as a slap in the face, screeched by our HOA president in full view of my neighbors, just as I stepped onto the front porch of my own damn cabin. Next thing I know, 2 cops are slapping cold steel around my wrist like I'm some trespasser. And Gloria Mason, clipboard queen of Maple Hollow, is standing there looking proud as hell, like she just saved the community from a terrorist. Thing is, and here's the kicker, what she really did was kick a federal hornet's nest right in the ribs. Because that old wooden cabin she thought was hiding some shady drifter. Yeah. That was a front for a multi-million-dollar FBI cyber ops base. And me. I'm not Nick, the quiet IT guy with a love for black coffee and solitude. I'm Special Agent Nick Walker, Cybersecurity Division, and I was smack in the middle of coordinating the biggest takedown of a global crypto laundering ring this country's ever seen. But Gloria. Well, Gloria just couldn't leave it alone. See, I'd been living in Maple Hollow for just over a year. Kept my head down, paid my dues, fixed Mrs. Carlson's Wi-Fi a few times, did everything a normal neighbor does when he's trying to look boring. I had the whole routine down, mowed the lawn, nod politely at block parties, even pretended to like lemon bars. No one asked questions. Until Gloria. Now, Gloria wasn't just any nosy neighbor. She used to work for the IRS, and she treated the HOA presidency like it was a seat at the Pentagon. She'd quote bylaws like scripture, wielded her reading glasses like a weapon, and had the kind of voice that could crack drywall when she was wound up. And trust me, she was always wound up. It started with this so-called Community Safety Initiative. She made every resident submit a copy of their photo ID for security purposes. Most folks didn't blink. They scanned their licenses, handed them over, and got a smiley sticker or whatever. Me. I couldn't. Not because I didn't have ID, I had more credentials than a TSA office, but because even one of them tied back to a classified federal database. If I handed anything over, the entire op would unravel. And Gloria would have done it with a smile on her face and a staple gun in hand. At first, I tried to reason with her. I said I valued my privacy, I wasn't causing trouble, and I'd been living here longer than the mailman. But she didn't care. In her mind, my refusal was proof I was dangerous. That's the thing about people like Gloria, they don't just want to be right, they need to be. And if you don't bow to their rules, well, they turn into a one-woman task force. She started watching me. Literally. I caught her crouched behind her begonias with binoculars one night. She documented every package I got, took pictures of the satellite dish on my roof, logged my late-night phone calls like she was auditioning for the CIA. But all she saw were shadows. She never got close enough to realize she was circling a fire she didn't understand. Then came the twist I didn't expect. She hired a private investigator. Wayne Miller, former cop, now freelance snip for hire. And unlike Gloria, Wayne wasn't clueless. He dug into my records and found, well, nothing. Which, in his line of work, is suspicious as hell. No high school photos, no dumb Facebook post, just a ghost with a tax ID. That's when he flagged me as possibly witness protection or deep cover asset. And Gloria. She took that and ran full speed into madness. Next thing I know, there's a knock at my door, 2 sheriff's deputies, looking half apologetic and half curious, asking for ID. I stayed calm, gave them the bureau-issued contractor badge we use for scenarios like this, the one that holds up to casual inspection but triggers flags if you dig too deep. The younger deputy, Chen, ran it through a portable scanner. It dinged. Not invalid, just requires federal clearance. That's when Gloria lost her mind. You see, she screamed, holding the ID like it was a smoking gun. This is what I've been warning everyone about. This man is not who he says he is. She'd invited a news crew, too. Channel 8's van was already parked across the street, filming every moment like it was the OJ chase. Neighbors were gathered with folding chairs. One woman had a thermos like she was watching a parade. And me. I stood there, trying to hold a poker face, while my phone buzzed in my pocket with messages from my field team. The criminal network was reacting fast. The minute law enforcement showed up near the cabin, the criminals we'd been tracking started rerouting funds, locking servers, initiating what we call the ban and scatter. We were watching 18 months of undercover surveillance collapse in real time because of a community ID check. You can't make this stuff up. Then came the worst moment. Gloria, triumphant, turned to the cops and shouted, "Cuff him. He's a fraud. He's dangerous." An officer Chen, caught between protocol and public pressure, actually did it. Cold steel on my wrist. Camera lights blinking. My cover shattered. And that's when I had to make a call no undercover agent ever wants to make. I turned to Detective Thompson and said, loud and clear, "I'm Agent Nick Walker, FBI Cyber Division, badge number 7749. This is a federal base, and you've just jeopardized an active national security operation." Everything stopped. I mean everything. Gloria's mouth hung open. Officer Chen froze mid-step. The reporter dropped her mic. And me. I stood there, still cuffed, still calm, watching 31 field agents' safety hang in the balance, and $89 million in crypto vanish into the digital abyss. Within minutes, my badge was verified. More agents emerged from hidden posts around the neighborhood. Agent Ramirez, who'd been posing as a dog walker for 6 months, showed up with tactical gear. The entire street turned into a federal lockdown zone. Gloria. She looked like she'd just seen a ghost, or maybe her career in community management flashed before her eyes. What she didn't know was that her live stream, her press circus, her need to feel important, it had broadcast the location of a classified ops center to criminals halfway across the world. We had to shut it all down, every wire, every drive, every safe house. The entire task force was disbanded within 48 hours. Operation Dark Web was dead. You'd think there'd be consequences, right? Jail time, maybe. Not really. Gloria signed an NDA longer than a CVS receipt, was forced to resign, and now volunteers at a privacy rights nonprofit. Go figure. Her husband filed for divorce, neighbors iced her out, and local stores stopped serving her. A poetic kind of justice, but nothing close to what was lost. The Bureau offered me a new role, a public one. I now run a cyber awareness center out of that same cabin. Funny how life flips the script on you. And yeah, I married Mrs. Carson's daughter. She always thought I was too nice to just be an IT guy. But sometimes late at night, I still think about the ones who got away, the real criminals, and how one woman's obsession with control handed them the window they needed. So let me ask you something, who was really the threat here? The man keeping secrets to protect thousands, or the neighbor who demanded to know everything just so she could feel safe? Let me know in the comments, because I'm still not sure we've figured out the right answer.